Welcome back, writers. Today we're going to do things a little bit differently. Usually, I show you what I'm going to be writing for the day. I show you how I do my lines. I show you how I'm stretching out my words, and then I just kind of send it off to you for you to do the same. And I've noticed that many of us are kind of just saying the same thing that I say. What I'd like to start seeing is for you to have your own ideas without copying my ideas. Use your ideas. You have great ideas in there. I've heard so many of you tell stories. Mrs. Rowland, guess what? Mrs. Rowland, did you see this? Mrs. Rowland, let me tell you about this. Those are wonderful stories, and it's time for us to start putting our own stories on paper. So today, I'm not going to be showing you my writing. Instead, I'm going to walk you through doing yours, and then you can finish your writing after the video is done. If you have not thought of your idea yet, you need to pause this video. You need to stop and you have to have your idea. You already have to know what it is you are going to write. With that in mind, let's take a look at what I've wrote so far. We're doing some rules about some things that we remember. We remember to keep your mask on at school. Something else that I remember happening at school was to wash your hands to get rid of germs. And I read the story of We Don't Eat Our Classmates, and it gave me a great idea of what I want to add to my writing. So I've got my paper out here, and it's time for me to get ready to write. Remember, the first thing that I have to do is I have to say my story to myself. I have to say it right out loud. I'm going to hit the mute button because I don't want you to hear my idea of the next rule. And while I'm doing that, I want you to say your idea out loud. Did you say your idea out loud? Now I want you to say it to a person in your house. Say it to someone else. I'm going to mute so I can say mine. Did you say it to someone else? Remember, if you didn't, you have to hit pause. I want you to pause this video and I want you to make sure you go find someone else and say it to someone else. Now I want you to say it to your paper. Notice I don't have any lines or anything yet. I want you just to point to your paper and say the words out loud again. I'm going to hit mute so you can't hear my idea. Okay, now that you've said your idea, your story to yourself, to someone else, and on your paper, it's time for you to count those words and make sure you have the right number of lines. Remember, you should only have 4 or 5 lines on your paper at a time, or sometimes we tend to forget what it is that we're writing. So I'm going to go ahead and put my camera down because I don't want you to see my ideas. I'm going to keep working on my story. When you come back tomorrow, you'll get to see what it is that I'm actually working on. I'm excited to see what you have as another rule you remember about school. Happy writing, writers, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye bye.